So, here lately, I've had a lot of people talk to me in some form about gluttony, but this past week, I've had two people tell me specifically. One guy was over the phone and one guy was in person, but they were confessing it to me. And so I felt like I needed to get this out there because the thing is, both people had a different experience. And even though it's the same thing that they're going through, it's not the same battle. It might have the same name, but it wasn't the same battle. Like both guys were vastly different in their case. Like I want to say first off that I'm just thankful that they trusted me to tell me this information because I didn't expect to have this laid on me this week, and yet it was. The thing is, like, one guy found comfort in food for like a moment's notice, and the other one was just constantly wanting it. I'm going to talk about one guy more than the other, but the guy on the phone, when he was talking to me, he was telling me, he said, I wish that whenever I went to the doctor, they were going to tell me that I was in really bad shape and that I was going to need to do something about it. And maybe I would have diabetes or maybe I would have this or that. And I said, well, I know you got good news, but the thing is, it's just a matter of time until it changes. And so is it going to be right now while you're kicking the can down the road? Or is it going to be later on when you really need to be in shape for your children? And I think him just expressing it, both men just expressing it, I think that it helped them learn a little more, and confessing it out loud is very important. But I mean, like I said, they're both different. I told my buddy who was on the phone, I said, don't feel like you have to do a 360 overnight. Just the thing is, I know you have stressors in your life. And so if you're really needing a quick go-to meal for the kids or for you, then change it up. Don't get the fried chicken, get the grilled chicken, something simple as that. Or if you're getting a pizza, maybe get a cauliflower pizza, something, just find smaller, healthier alternatives and mix it up with just starting your day off with a couple eggs or something that has a lot of vitamins in it. Like, I'm not saying I'm a dietitian or anything, but what I'm saying is we have to make conscious efforts to instill those disciplines. We just need to be a little bit more disciplined. And over time, we'll grow and grow to have a better maybe grasp on it. But my point is, one of the things that stuck out to me about gluttony is Proverbs, and I'm going to read part of it for you. It's Proverbs, 23, 20 through 21. Do not join those who drink too much wine or gorge themselves on meat, for drunkards and gluttons become poor, and drowsiness clothes them in rags. See, gluttony is usually swept under the rug, but it's also one of the 7 deadly sins. And I think that just because it's not a sexual sin, or just because it's not a different type of sin, then we don't even categorize it, it seems like, in America. And I mean, it is a big struggle, and you don't want somebody to have to go through that alone. Like I said, my friend on the phone, he was hoping that he would have diabetes or pre-diabetes or something so that he would have to change. And the point is, we just need to make those little changes in life. I think of Eli as one of the characters in First Samuel. I think it's it's really the first 3 or 4 chapters. In chapter 2 and in chapter 4, specific examples about how Eli ends up neglecting his job as the priest, and his sons Hophni and Phinehas as well. And he's not disciplining them correctly. He could have really gone after them, and he was being very, very lenient on them. One thing that sticks out is it also says I believe it says the servant would try to take the meat before it had been boiled, and even take the fat, which should have been offered. And so they were being greedy, whoever it was, be it Eli or especially his sons. And later on, when he passes, he falls on his neck. But the thing that it says is he was growing blind and old and very fat or very overweight, depending on your translation there towards the end. And so they made sure to specify that as part of his issue. And so, I mean, we all have our own things that we're working through, but don't feel like you have to do it alone. Just find a trusted friend that's a Christian that you can be yourself around, and tell them if you're struggling with this. Because if 2 guys walked up to me and specifically were talking about the word gluttony, they didn't just say, hey, I have a food problem. They specifically said gluttony. So if you're struggling with gluttony and you know it, find a friend that you can lean on so you don't have to go through this together. A lot of it's just about our disciplines. Let me see. Just making sure I didn't leave out any Bible verses. If I did, then I will probably just put it in the description below. But the most important part is just make healthy choices so that you're constantly growing as a person. You don't have to do it all overnight. Don't think you have to. And just increase those little steady disciplines over time. And if you need prayer about this, just put it down below and I'll be praying for you. I'll put it on the prayer for the prayer team at my church. And so just whatever you do, just make sure you're taking care of yourself. And remember, our body is a temple. And like always, don't follow me, follow Jesus.